The world is a stage, a grand, intricately designed theater where nations rise and fall, where economies boom and bust, where peace treaties are signed with one hand while the other secretly arms for war. But behind this visible spectacle lies a deeper, more sinister performance, a realm unseen by the naked eye, where a battle for the very soul of humanity is being waged. This is the battleground of Ephesians 6:12, where forces of darkness wrestle for dominion over global governance. We see the symptoms of this struggle every day. Rampant corruption festers within governments. Economic disparities widen, leaving millions trapped in poverty, while a select few amass unimaginable wealth. Wars and rumors of wars plague our news cycles, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. But what we perceive as isolated incidents are in reality interconnected threads, woven into a tapestry of control. This is the work of unseen spiritual entities, demonic influences relentlessly working to manipulate and control the course of human events. Their goal is not mere chaos, but a calculated and insidious enslavement. They aim to erect a global system that serves their dark agenda, a system where individual liberties are crushed beneath the heel of a powerful few, where truth is a commodity to be bought and sold, and where the human spirit is broken and enslaved. This is not a battle fought with conventional weapons. It is a war for the hearts and minds of men, a war waged in the shadows, where the stakes are nothing less than the fate of humanity. The very air we breathe is thick with their whispers. Temptations to greed, power, and control infect even the purest hearts. The enemy is cunning, patient, and relentless in their pursuit of global domination, but we are not powerless against them. The first step to combating this unseen enemy is to acknowledge its existence, to peel back the veil of deception and expose the demonic influences at play on the world stage. Only then can we begin to fight back. One of the most potent weapons in the arsenal of these demonic forces is finance. They manipulate global economies through principalities, high-ranking demonic entities, influencing financial elite groups. These groups, often shrouded in secrecy, operate with an air of untouchability, their decisions sending ripples across the globe, toppling empires and enslaving nations. These principalities whisper in the ears of investment bankers, urging them towards reckless speculation and predatory lending practices. They inspire corrupt politicians to line their pockets with foreign aid, leaving their own people starving and destitute. They fuel the insatiable greed of corporate CEOs, driving them to prioritize profit over people, exploiting workers and ravaging the environment in their pursuit of ever-increasing wealth. The evidence of their influence is everywhere, etched into the fabric of our economic systems. The widening gap between the rich and the poor, the crushing weight of national debts, the boom and bust cycles that leave millions financially ruined, these are not merely the result of poor policy decisions. They are the deliberate outcomes orchestrated by unseen hands, manipulating the levers of finance to suit their own nefarious ends. These demonic forces understand that financial control equates to power. They know that a nation drowning in debt is a nation ripe for exploitation, its people easily manipulated through fear and desperation. They understand that economic hardship breeds unrest, creating fertile ground for conflict and division, further weakening the resolve of nations and paving the way for their ultimate takeover. Their grip on the global financial system is a testament to their cunning and a stark reminder of the unseen forces battling for control. Where financial manipulation fails to achieve their goals, these nefarious entities turn to a more direct and brutal tool of subjugation: military might. Powerful demonic forces influence military systems around the world, fueling an insatiable lust for advanced weaponry and territorial expansion. They whisper promises of glory and conquest into the ears of generals and warmongers, driving them to escalate conflicts and unleash unimaginable suffering upon the world. These powers thrive on chaos and bloodshed. They delight in the roar of tanks, the deafening thunder of bombs, and the gut-wrenching cries of the innocent caught in the crossfire. They care nothing for the sanctity of human life, viewing soldiers as mere pawns in their twisted game of global chess and civilian casualties as acceptable losses in their pursuit of power. Their influence is evident in the endless wars that plague our planet, Conflicts fueled by ancient hatreds, economic interests, or manufactured crises, all meticulously orchestrated to sow discord and maintain a perpetual state of fear and instability. These wars serve their purpose on multiple levels. They divert resources away from social programs and infrastructure, further enriching the military-industrial complex and widening the gap between the haves and have-nots. They create a climate of fear and paranoia, making it easier to justify the erosion of civil liberties in the name of national security. Most importantly, these conflicts serve as brutal testing grounds for the latest weapons of war, refining their effectiveness and paving the way for their eventual deployment against an unsuspecting populace. The demonic powers behind these conflicts are not content with mere regional dominance. Their ultimate goal is total global control, achieved through the subjugation of nations and the enslavement of humanity under their iron-fisted rule. While principalities and powers operate in the open arenas of finance and warfare, there exists a third, even more insidious tier of demonic influence, the rulers of the darkness. These cunning entities burrow deep within the structures of power, inhabiting the shadowy corridors of secret societies that have long been rumored to hold sway over human affairs. These are not the clandestine gatherings of conspiracy theorists' imaginations, but ancient orders whose roots stretch back through the annals of history, their influence woven into the very fabric of our civilizations. These rulers of the darkness are masters of deception and manipulation. They understand that true power lies not in brute force, but in the subtle arts of persuasion and control. They infiltrate religious institutions, twisting sacred teachings to serve their own dark agendas, sowing seeds of division and discord among the faithful. They insinuate themselves into governmental bodies, whispering poisonous counsel into the ears of presidents and prime ministers, manipulating policy decisions to further their own goals. Their reach extends far beyond the halls of power, infiltrating every facet of human society. They are the unseen hand guiding the development of technology, using advancements in fields like artificial intelligence and surveillance to erode privacy and tighten their grip on the flow of information. They manipulate the pharmaceutical industry, pushing addictive medications and experimental treatments that weaken the human body and mind, making individuals more susceptible to their control. They are the puppet masters, pulling the strings of those in power, orchestrating events from behind the scenes with chilling precision. Their goal is not merely to rule the world, but to own it, to create a global society where every aspect of human life is subject to their control.